You're watching this video because I'm guessing you feel awkward when you're talking to people. You want to start a conversation, but you don't know what to talk about, so you stay silent. So this leads to that awkward moment of silence. So you're looking to work on your social skills so you can make new friends and open up new opportunities for yourself. Obviously, social skills is a huge topic, but in this video I'm going to give you some golden tips that you can take away and apply for you to improve on your social skills. I want you to first think of something that you're not very good at. Let's say dancing, for example. Now hopefully in this case you're not very good at dancing. So I want you to imagine yourself dancing in front of people that you don't know. Maybe a lot of people that you don't know. So how do you feel? Probably pretty uncomfortable already. So is it safe to say in this case that you don't like dancing because you're not very good at it? Now the same thing goes with your social skills. If you feel uncomfortable and you feel awkward when you're speaking to people, then chances are you're not practiced with your speech. You mutter, you stumble over your own words, and you speak with a really low voice, right? Because of this, you don't like to talk a lot because it does not make you feel good. So obviously in this case, you want to have your speech skill handled. Your speech skill is kind of like the foundation. If you have a solid foundation, then it's going to be easy for you to build on top of that for you to improve on your social skills. You're probably asking now, so how exactly do I improve my speech skills without going out there and just practice speaking to random strangers or just talking to people? Well, a good way for you to do this that I've recommended in other videos is for you to read out loud. Okay, if you can practice by reading nonfiction first and then afterwards moving on to fiction, you get to improve on your tonality and you'll be able to speak with better voice. You get to project your voice better. Moving on to the next thing. If I came up to you right now and I say, "Hey, what's going on? My name is Brian. What's up?" How would you respond? Would you be able to introduce yourself positively and speak with a loud voice? Or would you stumble over your own words, and and not know what to say? So I'm guessing in this case, you're probably fumbling over your own words in your head already. Okay, look, I know you've woken up at 2 p.m. in the afternoon sometimes and you ended up doing nothing all day. Well, the same thing goes with your social skills. If you mess up your introduction or you mess up the first couple sentences when you're first meeting someone, then chances are you're not gonna have a good conversation. In other words, if you don't have your introduction down, then you're gonna have a very hard time meeting new people and having proper conversations. But on the other hand, if you have your introduction down pat and you can introduce yourself confidently followed by a couple open-ended questions, then chances are you get to pace yourself into these really interesting, really dynamic, and fun conversations. It's kind of like having a really good night's sleep, waking up at 5:30 in the morning and having a great breakfast. At that point, it's much more likely for you to have a good and productive day. A very good example of a standard introduction can sound something like this. "Hey, my name is Brian. How's it going?" Okay, I know it's not very original, but the point here for the introduction is not for you to convey too much of your personality, but rather you want to show that you are a friendly and normal human being. To recap, you want to first get your speech skills down. By doing so, you get to speak more often because you'll be more comfortable speaking, and you can do so by reading out loud. And the second thing here is you want to make sure you have your introduction down. You want to introduce yourself, your name, and ask a series of short, open-ended questions. By doing so, you get to pace yourself into a good conversation.